Alright, hello and welcome. Today we are going to go over joy. H8057. Joy. Look up and lift up your heads, for your redemption draweth nigh. Luke 21:28. In today's world we have all this whining and complaining and the presidency and this and that and the other and everything else, and oh my gosh, wear a mask, not wear a mask, and all these things that are going on, and people are prune-faced, right? They're scared to death of the world. They're scared to death to go outside. They're all scared of so much. But we're supposed to have joy. The H, the Hebrew word H8057, simchah, which means what? And we go into the Greek, which is G5474, the chara, blissfulness, joy. We love to sing about it. Oh, we'll go to church and oh, we'll sing joy, joy, joy. Oh, at this time of the year, it's oh, joy to the world. And we sing joy, but do we have any? 1 John 1:4, and these things write we unto you, that your joy may be full. Do we have that joy? Are we showing the world when things happen until the end? He says, look up, your redemption draweth nigh. We, if we're not careful, because we wasn't trained right, because we are not taught right, because we kind of do as the world does, and we're not careful, we follow that mode. It might take us a little bit longer, right? Oh, Trump ain't winning. Oh, Trump is winning. Oh, yay. And we're riding that wave, and all of a sudden, nope. What happened? Oh, it's okay. It's going to be okay. It's going to be all right. He's going to win. Oh, okay. And then what? I don't think he's going to win. It took us a little longer, but now, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I think they're right. Oh my gosh. If we're not careful, what are we doing? We're doing what the world does. It just takes us a little longer. Oh, I'm not going to wear a mask. I'm never going to wear a mask. Oh, well, maybe I should wear a mask. Maybe it'd help out. Maybe when we see the ending coming, when we see the things going bad, we are to stand fast. But in many cases, we kind of just follow in behind them. It just takes us a little bit longer. 2 John 1:12. Having many things to write unto you, I would not write with paper and ink, but I trust to come unto you and speak face to face, that our joy may be full. What did he just say? I'd rather come to you and speak face to face. What are we doing today? Oh, I can't talk to you face to face. Let's do Zoom. Let's do it over Facebook. Let's do it over something. Let's YouTube. Let's live. Let's not do it face to face because we're worried about what the world says. We're worried and wanting to do it the same way the world does. We search the scriptures, and when we find the things that the scriptures tells us to do, we still want to do what the scripture says because the world's done got us tamed down to doing what they're doing. Does that make sense? Do we want to follow what the world does or not? Because when we wake up, who are we praising? If we're not careful, we are waking up, and what happens? Oh my gosh, another day. And even our animals are like, what is wrong with you? Where's your joy? When they get up, what do? What does a dog do when he gets up? Usually starts wagging his tail and he's happy, he's alive. And we're supposed to even be showing them the praises of Yahweh. Right? Let everything that has breath praise ye Yahweh. We should be example unto all the earth. If we're made in the image of Yahweh, then we should be showing them the way that works. But instead, they're like, what's wrong with you? Right? What gives? What happened? And we're not careful, that's what we put off. I have no greater joy than to hear that my children walk in truth. what do? We take our children and we give them to everybody but truth. We send them everywhere but to truth because we don't really want the truth, right? Hebrews 13:17, obey them that have rule over you, and submit yourselves, for they watch for your souls, as they must give account, that they may do it with joy and not with grief, for that is unprofitable for you. You know, you ever just almost feel like you're dragging somebody? A lot of people may not relate to this because if you're not in over people, if you haven't been over people, even children know. It's like dragging them, right? All right, get up, we gotta go. Get up, we gotta go. Get up, we gotta... You're more wore out when it's time to go, and you still got a whole day before you. How do you think the people feel that are trying to help you, trying to give you life and prove it to you? But no, my pastor says I don't have to do it that way. Zachary Bauer says it's really this wording. You know, this one says, and Lex Meyer says there ain't no hell, and we want to believe that. Most people want to believe a lie. That's why the world is full of lies. Obey them that have the rule over you, and submit yourselves, for they watch for your souls, as they that must give an account, that they may do it with joy and not with grief, for that is unprofitable for you. How much of a blessing would it be if I said, hey, look here, women have to wear the head covering. It's for your own good. It's for the power upon your head. It's for your own well-being all the way around, and you're obeying the Creator. And people just started doing it. Wouldn't it be a blessing? Wouldn't it be a great thing? All right, guys, it says the men should wear the seats. Put them seats on. Okay, let's wear them. Let's see. Oh, man, what kind of a world would it be? But instead, it's so backwards anymore that someone tells a lie and everybody's on the bandwagon. We're following pandemics that really ain't pandemics. A pandemic is, you know, like the Black Plague or those things that people die. They're dying in the streets. They're dying so quick there ain't enough people to help bury them. That's a pandemic. That's an epidemic. Right? We're so worried about the wind blows and we are not pampered. I don't like the lighting. I don't like the... It's amazing. I was riding around the other day and people are eating outside. They have to eat outside. That's what they're told. They have to. You don't have to wear your clothes. You don't have to wear your pants. You don't have to wear the... We rebel against everything. Your parents tell you to put on pants and it's ripped jeans. So what gives? What's really about? My brethren, count it all joy when you fall into divers temptations. We are supposed to be joyful. When people approach us and make fun of us and tell us things and treat us badly, we are supposed to be joyful because that tells us something. Instead, if we're not careful, we do what the world does. And we get mad like the world's mad. And we get upset and we do exactly the wrong things. Instead of saying, praise Yahweh, somebody finally noticed I'm set apart. Somebody's noticing I am set apart. Somebody's noticing I am different. I ain't like the world. Instead, well, how dare they be? Don't talk to me that way. You're upsetting me. It ain't right at all. Be afflicted and mourn and weep. Let your laughter be turned into the mourning and your joy to heaviness. When we see something go wrong, it's time to pray about it. When we see things going bad, it's time to say something, to stand up. But what do? The world's way is just the opposite. It is just the opposite of what we are supposed to be doing. Right? When all else fails, smile. Smile and be happy. You're alive. You have the breath in you. Be happy. It's contagious, is it not? When you walk in and you see people laughing, a lot of times you get a little bit of cheer. You feel a little bit different. When somebody says something to you, how do you feel? We are supposed to be the ambassadors for the Most High Creator. How can we be that way if we always got prune faces? When we smile and we're happy, it makes others happy. Right? We should be the shalom. We should be having people saying, wow. Out of all this going on, out of everything that's happening, out of everything that's going on, they're still happy. But a true happiness. Because people can tell when you're just faking it, right? I'm smiling. Not really. Inside, I'm not smiling. Inside, I'm mad. Inside, I'm upset. Inside, I can't hardly take it just like they can't take it. And it's one thing to get that way, but it's another way to stay that way. There's one thing to be thrown in the lion's den, and then there's another thing to sit there and cry all night about it. Right? Come here, little kitty, let me pet you. We're going to have a great night tonight. I get to sit in here with these kitties cats. I always wondered what it'd be like to pet one of these big old lions. Right? Instead of, oh my gosh. Oh, here we go. We walk in the store, we're happy. We go outside, we're happy. True joy. What do we think about true joy? It makes everything around us happy, does it not? If you walk into somewhere and you're frowning and upset and everybody's like, oh my goodness, stay away from them, get away from them. Oh, there we go. It's another bad day. The boss, he's upset again, and oh man, oh, let's stay away. But when he comes up, we'll put our happy face on and act like everything's okay. And oh my gosh, he's such a drag. What are we doing? We're acting like the world. We're conforming to the world. We're doing what the world does, and we're not careful. Everybody knows it. Everybody sees it. And we're not careful. The worst thing of the worst is we go and we look in the mirror and we see it. And it becomes a bad thing. And we start saying, oh my goodness, look at my face. What's wrong with me? How'd I become this? How'd I become old? How'd I become this? And what's going on in my hair and this? And before you know it, we're more depressed than we was when we looked at ourselves. Because we took off our little fake mask and now we're who we are. We have to be very careful, folks, when we go and we say, I'm happy, and we're a Sunday happy, we're a churchy happy, and we're not really happy. We're not really what we say we are. How can we get that way? How does it happen that way? How do we go and be happy? Because we know what's really going on. You see what happens? When we let someone come and tell us, I'm happy, and you're happy on Sunday, and you're happy because of this, and you're happy because of that, what goes on? We got a false sense of happy. We got a false religion. We got a false dominion. We got a false everything. And we believe it because we're deceived. And the wolf tells us we're happy, and the wolf tells us it's cars and money and all these other things. That's what makes us happy. It's your own wife. It's your own children. It's your own, all the things that's going to eventually upset you. True happiness is in Yahweh. His joy can no one take away from you. You can only let it go away because of what you do, how you live, and what you let come into your life. Oh, you can let others come in your life and take it away. But what happens? You let them take it away. 2 Timothy 1:4, greatly desiring to see thee, being mindful of thy tears, that I may be filled with joy. Therefore, my brethren, dearly beloved and longed for, my joy and my crown, so stand fast in Yahweh, my dearly beloved. Philippians 4:1. Stand fast in Yahweh. Don't let someone take your crown. Don't let someone steal it from you. Don't let someone take your fruit. It's easy. We don't want to believe it, but it's real easy for somebody to come up, honk at you, flip you off, make you mad, and before you know it, your shalom, your joy is gone. You could have been having one of the best days and everything's going great. And you came from the doctor and you got a good report and everything's going fine. And what happens? Just that moment of some demonic person doing something demonic to you and your joy just got slipped away. We have to be careful. That's why it says guard the Sabbath. Guard. We have to guard that. We have to know the enemy's trying to take that away from us. Philippians 1:4. Always in every prayer of mine for you all, making requests with joy. Oh, I want to cry about it. I want to boo-hoo about it. If I just cry real hard about it, what does that help? If we say, Father, thank you for doing this. Father, thank you for the food. You see the difference? Thank you. You've already ate. You're full. Thank you for that food. It's already happened. You've already been nourished. Same thing with our prayers. Thank you for healing. Thank you for touching. Thank you for touching Sarah. Thank you for touching this one. Thank you for being with them. Thank you. Not doubting. Not wondering, not mopeful, not, oh, they're going to die anyway. Then don't pray. If you got a mindset and you have no faith, then what are you praying about? Not that for we have dominion over your faith, but are helpers of your joy. For by faith you stand. 2 Corinthians 1:24. We're helping with that joy. We can help with joy. We can help others with joy. Just like what we went over. We can help others with that joy. We sure can. We can walk through and be happy and say, praise Yahweh and praise the Creator and I'm so glad I'm alive. And we can help. Or we can walk around and say, oh, I'm just whining and crying and going. Romans 14:17. For the kingdom of Elohim is not meat and drink, but righteousness and peace and joy in the Ruach HaKodesh. It's not what we have in front of us. We see terrible things all the time. If you listen to the news, people getting shot, people getting stabbed, people, oh my gosh, another 1,000 people got this. Oh, now there's 100 people. Oh, somebody. If we listen to that garbage, it's going to take your peace. But the kingdom, the angels, the unseen things as of now is where our joy is. We're not looking and saying, oh my gosh, you know, there's the graveyard. There goes another one. But there goes another one that could be in eternity. There goes another one that just passed to eternity. There goes another one that, you see the difference? John 15:11. These things I have spoken unto you, that my joy might remain in you, and that your joy might be full. The Messiah told us things that the joy might remain in us. See, we want to be so spiritual that it's all spiritual, right? Everything is spiritual and in the spiritual, but physically we need to have joy. It comes from the Spirit. It's stolen from within the Spirit. But that's one thing that we can keep or we can let go away. You stub your toe, you fall down, somebody makes fun of you, what happens? Your countenance falls, right? You feel different. But if your countenance is not in man, but in the Messiah, then who can steal it from you? If you have salvation, if you know Yahweh, maybe that's the way we should look at it. Maybe next time somebody drives by and somebody upsets us and they don't know the Creator. That's what's wrong with them demonic people. That's why they're so sad. That's why they're so mad. Because if they knew the Creator the way I knew the Creator, they wouldn't act that way. They would be spreading joy and love. Humanity. What we call it, right? But it's truly joy and love. Verily, verily, I say unto you, that you shall weep and lament, but the world shall rejoice. And you shall be sorrowful, but your sorrow shall be turned into joy. John 16:20. So it's written, we know we're going to have times that we're going to be crying. We know we're going to have times of torment, if you will, almost. We know this is going to happen because it's written. We're going to weep. We're going to lament. Why, the world's rejoicing. How many times have we done that? If you're a true believer, if you're on the way, if you're on the path, if you're on the narrow path, you're going to find they're all partying and where's mine? Why are they so happy and why am I so sad? You see the difference? It shows you you're not a part of them. You should rejoice because you're not a part of them. John 16:21. A woman, when she is in root, which is for a while believe, and in time of temptation fall away. If we're not careful, what happens? Why we're in the time of temptation, we fall away because what have we done? We've let that happen. We've let something happen and we keep letting it happen. But we still have to go back with we know what is going to happen. Make sense? We know the world is going to come against us. We know the world is against us. We know all these things. So what we have to do is keep the joy that we can keep because we know there's going to be plenty of sad times. Rejoice you in that the day and leap for joy, for behold, your reward is great in heaven. For in the like manner did their fathers unto the prophets. Luke 6:23. We have to know what is in store for us, and that again is where our joy is. Luke 8:13. They on the rock are they which when they hear receive the word with joy, and these have no. What we have to do is understand what he's saying, right? I mean, we have to. They on the rock. Who are those on the rock? We are on the foundation. We are on the Sabbath. We believe in Yahweh. Right? We know what's coming to us. We know what's going on. What we have to understand is those who have a different way, they're happy. They say, okay, tell me more. Tell me those lies. I'm going to stand on Sunday. I'm going to stand on other gods. I'm going to stand on Muslims. I'm going to stand on this. I'm going to stand on my moon. They stand on whatever they will. But what happens to them? When anything comes against that, when they get mad, right? What happens when you say, oh, well, Sunday church is not the Sabbath? Now, don't you tell me. You know, Jesus ain't really in the scriptures. Don't you tell. What happens? It steals your joy. The truth can take away what you thought was joy, but that wasn't true joy because it wasn't your rewards. Make sense? Are they which, when they hear, receive the word with joy? When you receive the word, it's with joy, or you're not on the right path, usually. How could you be on the right path if you're not receiving the word? You see how that goes together? If you receive the wolf, you're on the wrong path. If you're doing Sunday, if you're following another God, if you're doing all these things in a different way, you don't receive it with joy because you don't count it as joy. You count it as, I'm getting over, I ain't got to do it that way. I ain't got to run the race. I ain't got to fight a good fight. Bubba's going to do it for me. Mama's coming in the car to pick me up, and I'm going to ride about a mile before the finish line, and I'm going to get out and look like a champion. You see what happens? But in most cases, what we have to do is count it as joy. And when we go to town, instead of us looking like those poor, miserable, whipped up, demonic people, how do we witness to them? How do we show them the Creator? How do we show them without speaking a word? How can we show them they need to be on board with what we're doing? Not with a frown, not with a clown, not with hijinks, not with clapping, with joy. Praise Yahweh. I'm alive. Praise Yahweh. I know where I'm going. What's the worst thing when somebody finds out something? They're scared to death. They come from the doctor to get a bad report. They're scared to death because why? They don't want to die and they don't know where they're going. And their last whatever, they don't know what they've done. Right? We have to know where we're going. We have to know what we're doing. We have to know that we are happy with the Creator. We are happy with what His Word says. We don't try to manipulate it and turn it into what we want it to say. Because when we do that, we're right back with that. We're just going to twist it and turn it and make it say, and that doesn't give people joy. And it sure doesn't give the Creator joy. Right? We don't want to be adding to the enemy's fuel. We want to look up. Look up. Your redemption draweth nigh. Look up and know the Creator. Look up and know Yahweh. Know where His throne is. All these people say, oh, this isn't a salvation issue, and that ain't a salvation issue. I would submit to you almost everything we do on a daily basis is a salvation issue. Because if it ain't to you, the people that are looking up, that are looking around, that are looking at you, are going, I don't see anything. I don't see happiness. I don't see joy. Why would I want to follow that guy? But when they truly know where their Creator is seated, when you truly know what's going on, you're happy. Look up, for your redemption draweth nigh. You know where it's coming from. You know where your health comes from. You know where all these things come from. It's not from the world who can give it and take it away. It's from the Creator. It's from Yahweh. That your salvation is in Yeshua HaMashiach, and the world can't give it to you, and they sure can't take it away. So let's look up, lift our heads, and know our redemption draweth nigh. The closer we get to the end, the closer we are to forever. Right? How many people, they hear that they've only got so many months to live, they only have this to live. Pray and talk with Yahweh. What's one of the best prayers that He could probably hear if we think about it? Father, I'm drawn closer to you. Father, I'm going to be home with you. Father, please accept me. Please. Ain't that amazing? If this life is so laminate, so destroying, so destructive, and it gets worse every day, and such sin is on the rampant and the rise, then do we really want to be here anyway? He says those who love their life will lose it. Those who hate their lives will gain it. Paraphrasing, but that's simply what it says, right? If you're trying everything to hold on to your life, what happens? But if you say, this world ain't my home, I'm looking for a better world. I'm looking for a new heaven and a new earth. I'm looking to be with my Creator. I'm looking to walk and talk with Abraham, with Isaac, with Jacob. I want to hear what Enoch has to say. But most of all, I want to hear what the Creator says. Right? So until next time, may Yahweh bless you. May His countenance shine upon you. May He grant you shalom. Be joyous, people, because we know what we have, and we know what's coming, and we know the ending of this story. So be joyous. Be faithful until the end. Fight a good fight. Any questions or comments, let us know. Till next time, may Yahweh bless you. Keep those faces pure. Keep those robes white, and if they ain't white, have them washed. Be immersed in the name of Yeshua. Right? Be immersed. If you want to do that, if you need to have that done, let us know. We'll come to where you are. That's what it's all about. Being clean and as a virgin before the Creator, and accepting His wedding invitation, and going forth and being more than conquerors. Thank you for listening, for watching. Shalom. Yahweh bless you. Shalom and blessings.